Well, hello there, Leo. Welcome into Tropical Tarot. My name is Chris. I'm going to be doing your reading today. If you're new to Tropical Tarot, welcome in. Thank you so much for giving me a shot. I really appreciate it. If you're a returning Tropical Tarot person, welcome back. I really appreciate you guys. All the likes, comments, subscribes on Facebook and Insta and YouTube. I just appreciate you all to the moon and back. This is what I like to do with my free time, so without you guys, I couldn't do it. So thanks. This is a reading for Leo for March, week 2. I pre-shuffled, so you don't have to watch me shuffle, and we're just gonna get right into it. All right, let's see where we go, Leo. In the past, something wasn't for you. In your current situation, you've got yin, which is receptive energy, and in the future, you have loyal heart. So we'll see what's up. In the past, Leo, you have the Fool, the Seven of Wands, and the Wheel of Fortune. The current situation is the Tower, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Ten of Pentacles. In the future, you have the Three of Cups, the World, and the Eight of Cups. Overall energy for the reading is the Death card. Death card isn't so scary, right? Some people look at it really scary, like they feel like they're gonna die or something. That's not exactly what this means. It just means that something's over, right? A lot of things, begin and end, and it just means that there's something in your life that's over. This, Grim Reaper kind of walks in to this scene where somebody's dead and everybody's very, very upset because this person passed away. But in the horizon, the sun's coming up. So basically it means, when one thing is over, new things begin. So I feel like there was something that was over for you. And you realized it maybe even before March week 1, because you have the Fool card starting off this reading. So the Fool is, I love this card. This is, so tarot goes 0 to whatever, right? Or 1 to 10 typically. Card 0 is the first card in all of the tarot. So it's the first card, and the reason it's 0 is because if card 1 is taking your first step, this is like the thought of, hey, I'm willing to take a step. I'm willing to take a step anywhere. I don't care where I go. I just want to go on a journey, right? So that's what the Fool's about. You're just ready to start a new journey, right? Or you feel like you are. And then you have this Seven of Wands. So, it's like almost you start this reading and you're like, hey, I'm going to go on an adventure. I don't care where I go, and you're just totally open to whatever. And then you have the Seven of Wands. So it's almost like you're ready to start something new, and then you're like, oh, but I want to put my flag down. I want to stand up for myself. I want to say that this is for me. There's something in the past. This death, something is not meant for you anymore, Leo. So, like I said, you had this energy of starting fresh, and then it's almost like I think you really want... when you're a little kid and people say, no, you can't do that. No, you can't touch that. No, you can't touch that. And it's almost like, well, damn it, I want to touch it. When I was a little kid, my parents would say, don't touch anything breakable when we go into this store. And we always would go into these stores where I couldn't touch things when I was really little. And as much as somebody told you, don't touch that, don't touch that, don't touch that, you still touched it. So it's like you have this new energy and you're like, hey, I'm gonna go in whatever direction, and then it's almost like you put your foot right back in the fire and then it burns you a little bit. But the cool thing is, I feel like that was just sort of an experience to sort of remind you that old situation wasn't for you. Because you have the Wheel of Fortune here. Wheel of Fortune's a 10 card. Any 10s are, the end of a cycle. But the Wheel of Fortune in general is it means that what you went through in the past before March week 2 was destined and fated. You were supposed to go through it. You were supposed to probably understand that this thing in the past isn't for you. You were supposed to take a step in a new direction. You were supposed to put your foot in, touch the fire a little bit so you could get burned, because once you touch the fire, once you touch the thing you're not supposed to, then that's when the wheel spins. So Wheel of Fortune, I always talk about either Price is Right or Shoe Carnival. You can pick one. Either way, it involves a big wheel, right? So after you kind of put your toe in the fire, you kind of get burned a little bit. Then you got the Wheel of Fortune. So it's almost like you get burned. You're like, ow, you're right. Not going to touch that anymore. And then you go up to the wheel and you spin it. And you don't know what you're going to win, right? You don't know if you're going to win a free pair of shoes or 10% off or what you're going to win. But basically, in the past, that wheel was spinning. And, the whole energy of prior to week 2 of March is just not for you. The big thing about this not for you card is the rejection is God's protection. Things that don't work out weren't meant to work out. Whatever you really, really, really wanted, Spirit's saying it's just not in the cards. And I see that with the Death card too. So we're going to move into week 2. And the first card I see is the Tower. And there's certain cards that I typically will always clarify, and one's the Tower. So I want to understand the Tower. The Tower is a card that talks about if things are built too sturdy, that they will fall. If you're not bendable, if you're not flexible, things can break, right? And one of the best analogies that I've been using over the past couple weeks is the really tall buildings. The Sears Tower, right, in Chicago. I'm sure it has a different name by now. But, well, yeah, because I don't even think Sears is in business. But anyway, there's a big tower in Chicago. It's like 100 stories, right? And when you get to the top, you can tell that it sort of sways a little bit. And the reason it does that is because the tower has to be flexible. If the tower's not flexible, then the tower will fall. And the tower is about a tower falling. But sometimes the tower falling can be something as small as, we're only talking about a week of your life here. So it could just be a hiccup. It could be a little tiny thing. It could be a speeding ticket. It could be you not waking up in the morning early enough. But I want to clarify the Tower in the current situation for Leo, please. So let's clarify the Tower. King, Man, Queen of Swords, Empress. I think that the Tower is about you needing to gain a different perspective from your situation. So I don't think it's a big blow up moment. Remember how I said it could be anything? It could be a huge thing. It could be a little thing. I think it's a little thing. I think it's all in your perspective. It's just flipping up your perspective and just saying, you know what? People who come into my life, I'm going to be more clear about asking good questions. And I'm going to be very clear about what I want. So in the middle of this reading, Leo, anytime I do a big reading like this, the middle card is always you. And you're showing up pretty awesome because you're showing up as the Nine of Pentacles. So Nine of Pentacles is a lady in a garden that is enjoying her stability. So if tarot goes from 1 to 10, this lady has achieved quite an abundant amount of success because she has 9 pentacles surrounding her. In the traditional deck, like Radiant Wise Tarot, there's a lady with a falcon on her arm. And the falcon signifies the fact that she has money, right? Because that's a game that not everybody could play. So I show you as being really stable right now. Very stable, and I feel like you're going towards even more stability. I feel like this thing in the past that you really needed to be clear on and look at it from a different perspective, it's just sort of like catapulting you in March week 2 towards what you really want, which is even more security. Remember how I said Nine of Pentacles was about the lady that enjoys her stability by herself? The card we just went over? This is the Ten of Pentacles, and it's right after that. So it's almost like you go from enjoying your stability by yourself to enjoying your stability with your family. This is a freaking beautiful card. This isn't just the parents and the kids. This is the parents, the kids, the grandparents. This is the whole family, secure, loving, and happy. So I feel like that's what you're going towards. You by yourself is the Nine of Pentacles. I feel like you want that feeling of the family around you and the people. I think that that's kind of what you're going for, or going towards in March week 2. March week 2 also is, for the oracle cards, you've got yin. And so there's yin and yang. Yin is the receptive female energy of it. So during March week 2, it's just let things happen to you. Be receptive, listen, have patience. All those female qualities that are so freaking fantastic. Patience, waiting, listening, all things that are great female qualities. Spirit's saying to do that in March week 2. So we get beyond that, and just know everything is changeable with a thought. So when we go over the future, you can change any of this. But basically, honestly, I feel like you're going to be celebrating the fact that you've moved on, or you're really getting to a point of moving on. I think that the not for you thing, I think you're just embracing who you are here. I very much feel that you're just embracing who you are, and there's people around you that support you. And we go from the Three of Cups to the World. So in the future, you know, you're celebrating something, which I think is you moving out of that situation. Yeah. And in the future, you know, you're fully supported by the universe. This is the World. This is the final card in the major arcana. So again, it signifies endings and new beginnings. One thing that I would point out on this card is that this is an adult lady naked like a baby, right? So what that shows you is that she's completed a cycle. So she is a baby again, even though she grew, you know, to a female, whatever. Now she's about to begin again, but as an adult, into like a different cycle. So it's almost like maybe you learned about business, right? And you learned about business, and that job's over and a new job begins. And now you're just as innocent as that baby, because you've gone through the cycle, and now you're a baby again. You get to be one with the world. She's also supported by every fixed zodiac sign in this card. So you're fully supported by the universe. And I think you need to feel that in order to walk away from this situation. I feel like this is a process, like that you sort of find out something, and then you're like, what do I want? You know, and that's sort of the middle row. And then this last row is like just confirmation that you are enough. There is so much in this reading that's saying you are enough, you are good, you're fine. And then what's cool is that this last card is this Eight of Cups. I feel like you're finally going to walk away from something that just wasn't serving you. And in this particular reading, this could be about love. This could be about a relationship. You take it however it resonates. But whatever this thing is that wasn't for you, the Tower, the Death card, whatever's over, there's something very much over, and something very much new is beginning. You're just going to walk away. And the reason you're going to walk away is very important. The reason you're going to walk away is because it's not fulfilling. This Eight of Cups is talking about this man built 8 cups, right? And cups signify love. And he built 8 of them, but he didn't get to 9 and he didn't get to 10. He got to 8. And he realized this will never be more than 8 cups. I will never get 9. I'll never get 10. I'll only get 8. And there's huge satisfaction in that. You know, it sucks the very first time that you hear that, But then when you start to move through it, you're like, no, it's good I'm walking away because I would have never had what I wanted. And I think that that is the biggest message for you here, is to go get what you want. Go get what you want. And you have this Loyal Heart card as your final oracle card down here. And it talks about in that Loyal Heart card that either someone is very loyal to you or spirit is very loyal to you. And I have a feeling that your friends are very loyal to you and spirit is very loyal to you at this time. And I feel like you're fully supported. When you walk away from this, you'll be fully supported. So really good reading for you, Leo. Got these new spirit animal cards. They're really cool. Sometimes they really resonate after I do a reading. So we're gonna pull one for you guys, Leo, and see what spirit animal you are this week. Oh, skunk spirit. Know your worth. Yes, know your worth. This resonates very much. Know your worth. 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. The world. You are worth it. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune. Destined, fated stuff. 9 of Pentacles. Can't get much bigger except for the 10 of Pentacles, which you also have. You are worth a lot, Leo. So, very cool message for you. And I wouldn't think that the skunk spirit would be know your worth, but that's cool. Know your worth. Be a skunk. So thank you so much for watching, Leo. If you like the content I create, please like, subscribe, and share. The like button looks like this. It's just below the video. If you subscribe, you'll be notified anytime I upload new videos, and comment. I appreciate all my comments. I get back to every single one of them. If you'd like a private reading, reach out. The email is below, and I will see you guys next week. Thank you so much.